My name is Emalee Dvorak, and I'm here to give you a speech on how you can help cancer patients. It is a persuasive speech, and my title is How to Help. I chose this topic for a very personal reason. A couple years ago, I lost my grandfather to cancer, and it's an ongoing battle for very many people. I watched how it affected not only him, but also my family, and it's hard to watch others fight so hard knowing that there's nothing you can do to save them. But there have been found ways that you can help. Cancer has taken the world by storm, and it has maliciously taken life after life. Researchers at the World Health Organization have said cancer is the leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for nearly 10 million deaths in 2020, or nearly 1 in 6 deaths. There's always more that you can do to help, whether it be through a donation or volunteer help or just being there for someone. You can always find a way to help. As a member of the board of directors of the American Cancer Society, my purpose is to persuade you to help in some type of way. Even if you can't financially help, you can offer a ride for someone that needs to go to treatment, or even if they just need to get groceries or go do their laundry, just anything like that. When diagnosed with cancer, one of the first questions many patients and their family have is, how can we afford this? It is incredibly expensive. Even if you do have insurance, the cost can quickly add up. With your help, you can help put this thought in the back of their mind. Another issue that many cancer patients run into is some of them are older and can't drive themselves, or some of them just cannot afford to drive themselves. Some of them don't have cars because they are paying for their cancer to help treat it, and they no longer can afford to drive themselves, and they need help with the transportation. You can help by offering rides, or there's so many other resources. You can find a way to help with that. Another issue is that cancer is so hard on not only their physical health, but also their mental health. It makes them feel guilty or angry, and just being there in support of them is so helpful. As if the suffering of cancer physically was not enough, when it gets worse when a cancer patient receives their first bill, because they realize that not only is this tolling on their family because it is hard to watch, but it's also adding up quickly. Whether it is for hospital stays, scans, tests, chemotherapy, or anything else that goes into it, it can sometimes leave them in crippling debt, especially if the cancer patient does unfortunately pass. Their family is then left to deal with the cost of that. It only makes the cancer patient feel worse knowing that could be put onto their family one day. According to Dr. Fasalo at Sero, patients can spend anywhere from $1,000 to $20,000 annually on their treatment. While that is a big gap, it varies depending on what type of cancer they have, what treatment they need, their level of insurance, or if they don't have insurance. It can all just vary. A video created by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society shares the story of a cancer survivor in which he states, "I never imagined one of the worst parts would be worrying about whether I could pay for my treatment, and that his family should not have to choose between paying for treatment and paying for things like rent and groceries." To help with this, you can donate to the American Cancer Society, or there's other places you can donate. There's so many websites. If you just do a quick Google search, you can find so many places. You can go on fun runs. There's so many ways you can help financially if you have the means to do that. In today's age, a mode of transportation is absolutely necessary to get to places like the hospital, because everything is so much further apart now. Many people cannot afford to drive themselves, or they're unable to, and this only worsens their physical state if they cannot get to their treatment because they have a lack of transportation. To help with this, you could go to your local hospital and volunteer, put your name down so that they know to call you for someone that needs a ride, or you can help by donating money for Ubers, Lyfts, anything like that in the area. Or if you just know of someone in your family, a neighbor, a friend, or just anyone that you know of that has cancer, you could help provide them a ride if ever needed. Even if it's not to their treatments, even if it's to the grocery store or to go shopping for something else, whatever they need, you can help provide a ride for. The National Library of Medicine says that transportation is an under-recognized but modifiable barrier for up to 1/3 of cancer patients, leading to delayed or missed appointments and poor health outcomes. That is many more patients than what is needed to suffer without a mode of transportation. One of the biggest things you can do is help with supporting a cancer patient. They often have a huge variety of emotions that are hard to bear when they're already in so much pain from the cancer. Some of them feel lonely and are stricken with grief, while others are angry and they feel guilty, like it's their fault that they did something wrong. While no one patient is the same, they all experience this other types of pains and hurt that no one can understand. Being there for them is so important in these times. You can give them a friendly hug or hand squeeze. You can listen without judging or making them feel guilty. And you can give them your full attention whenever they're speaking. And don't tell them that you understand, because you don't always understand that pain. And sometimes that makes them feel worse. You can also help by cleaning, helping them with laundry, cooking for them, bringing them meals that they can put in the fridge or freezer for later whenever they're hungry. There's so many things that can be done, and we aren't all doing enough. Through this speech, I hope to encourage my listeners to do what they can to help these patients. If able to, providing financial support can be life-changing, or finding mode of transportation for them, or just providing them any type of support you can. I recommend that you heavily consider donating your services in some type of way before it is too late. Thank you for listening.